Tom, can you talk about those qualities, having been a head coach and a congressman, and what qualities you will bring from there that will make you a good athletic director?
Well, I don't know how good it'll be, but I can tell you a little bit about it. The old formula was you were a player, then you were a coach, and then you were an AD. And we've kind of moved away from that to somebody who's good at marketing, somebody who's more out of the business college. I've been over there too. And but the thing about it, I'd like to say, from having my relationship with Bob Devaney, Bob understood what it was like to have your number one quarterback go down. He knew what it was like to get whipped bad by Oklahoma last game of the year. And so I can bring that to the table with these coaches and these people. But I'm not totally inept in terms of business acumen, and I know a little bit about marketing and public relations. I'm not real good at it, but we'll have some people that do know. So I will not fit the normal mold, but I think that experiences I've had will maybe help in some ways.
Tom, how long would you like this stint as athletic director to last? I mean, how do you...
Until the athletic department both of us feel, is really on sound footing. And it's hard to put a timeline on that. But I'll work at it hard. And Nancy and I talked about it quite a while because we knew this would be a fairly big commitment. And I do feel a little bit bad because I've asked her to make some sacrifices so many times. When I was coaching, when I went to Congress, and we finally had our life back kind of in sync again, where she knew what I looked like, and now I hope she still remembers, when this is over.
From the point when you lost the governor's race, how much of a comeback does this feel like for you personally, or how would you describe the experience?
Well, I don't really think about that. Usually in my lifetime, I've been pretty good at putting defeats and those kind of things behind me and start thinking about the next thing. And so the day after I lost that election, I figured, well, that's fine. What can I do? And so started redoubling efforts on teammates, did some things with venture capital, and then was really grateful for Cynthia Milligan giving me a chance to go over and teach in the College of Business on leadership. And because that's something I've been all my life as a teacher primarily. So I don't see any great vindication one way or another here, but it is an opportunity. But it's also going to be a real challenge. It's not an easy situation to move into. So I have mixed feelings about it, but I think we can get it done.
Would you rule out coaching again?
Pretty much. You want to know if I was going to coach again. At that point, Nancy would get a gun and shoot me. So, do you have any questions of Harvey?
I'm not going to go into coaching either, by the way.
He's real good at these press conferences.
I don't want to second guess the football program, but everybody, I think in the state leagues, football. What do you think of the West Coast offense?
Well, just sort of a serious answer. I watch probably 6 games every Saturday. It's amazing. I have a little DVD player at home because I'm voting on this coaches poll now. And so I watch LSU play Florida. And I've tried to really stay abreast of what's going on offensively and defensively. And I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I think I understand the game pretty well, what the trends are, what's going on. And but again, I don't want to micromanage, and I don't think you'll see me over there telling coaches what to do. But I may sit down and say, have you thought about this, or have you seen this film? And so I might be able to help that way a little bit at some point if they want it.
You also be teaching as well. Do you see this? Will this be a full-time job, athletic director? How will you be compensated?
Well, I agreed that my feeling is that things are a little out of whack, and so I said that I certainly shouldn't make more than the chancellor, and Harvey agreed very quickly.
It's such a low number that I thought we could afford that.
So,
We'll be a very unique university in that respect, I suspect.
so,
How did this all transpire, Chancellor? How did you convince Coach Osborne to take the job? How did that all unravel?
Yeah. Well, as Tom mentioned, I called him Sunday to alert him to the fact that I was going to make a change in the athletic department. I encouraged him to think about how he could be helpful in bringing this program back. He clearly indicated to me that he didn't want to be in a position of influencing my decision with respect to Steve Peterson in any way, and he didn't. I encouraged him to give me a call after the announcements were made. We got together this morning and we talked, and he graciously agreed to accept this appointment. I guess I would emphasize something that Tom alluded to. I think Tom's doing this because he cares a lot about the athletic department, about the university. I think he does it at great risk to himself because I don't think anyone can come in with a magic wand, and I have an uneasy feeling that some people think that suddenly, everything's going to change, and he knows better than that, and I know better than that. I think, as I urged people yesterday, this team, this football program, particularly now that it's in disarray a little bit, needs the support of Nebraska fans. This athletic program needs the support of athletic fans. Tom will need the support of Husker fans so that we can move this forward. It's not a quick fix, it's in the long term. That's what we've prided ourselves in being able to do.
Chancellor, how will you involve Coach Osborne with the next athletic director?
Clearly, when I searched for an athletic director the last time, I consulted Tom. This time it'll be even a more intense consultation because he will be in charge of the athletic department at that point in time. Neither one of us have had much time to think through the arrangements. And I'm still thinking about how best to do this. There may be opportunities to do things that, because you got, two Nebraska guys that are, I'll say this for myself, not for you, but at least nearing the end of their careers, to think about unique ways in which we can get this program back on track for the long term. And so that'll be part of the conversations he and I will have over the next several weeks.
Do you think he convinces with boosters and donors and fans?
I don't think there's any question about that. I'll put the pressure on you for that one, but no, I think Nebraska will unify behind Tom. I think, I'm hopeful that they will unify behind the football program, the athletic department, the university. I'm pretty confident that will happen.